All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. All right, it's good to be here. Days where we get to make promotions are excellent days on the fire department. On behalf of our mayor, Frank County, and all the members of the city council, as well as our civil service commissioners, in particular our chairperson, Linda Carter-Lewis, and Mary E. Campos, who take a lot of ownership in the things that we do here. Congratulations to all of you who are being promoted today. And thanks to everybody who's here and who's watching us virtually for your participation in this big day. When days where we get to do to make promotions official are exciting milestone moments, not only just in the person's career, but also for the crew they're working with and for the fire department, because it shows how bright our future is, seeing what you guys are doing. For those who are watching us at home or at work, this provides a little bit of a unique opportunity for me to talk about the fire department, perhaps in a way that you haven't heard it before, and a little bit about the jobs that our folks do. You know, the fire department's mission, essentially condensed, is to assist the public. And we have strategic goals of being a high-performing organization. And those things are pretty broad brush strokes. But each job that we have has a job specification. And that tells us what is it that we do? What are the actual skills that we're doing while we're achieving our goals? And we evaluate all of the things that we do in an evaluation process. So that tells us how well we're doing, the pieces that we're doing. But we are much more than simply the pieces of our different job specifications and the ranks that we have. It really, the difference maker and why the Des Moines Fire Department is a step above others, it's about what each of you bring to the table. And within our attribute evaluations, those are kind of some of the soft skills, some of the personal qualities and things that you really bring to the table that make us a high-performing organization. And having a day like today, for me, is not just being able to make your promotion official. It's a chance to say thanks and to point out a couple of what those attributes are that we take a look at across our entire organization, but to say thanks directly to you for some of the things that you bring to the table, and I want to share that with the people that are viewing and they're here with us today. The attribute evaluation has things like impact, character, accountability, technical knowledge, and those are the kinds of characteristics. Engineer Aaron Bach really personifies getting to this point what it is to be accountable, not only in the work that he does, but in the gravity of the decisions that he's gotten to make. In 17 years as a senior medic on our squads, he really has been at the forefront of making life-saving decisions and leading a team. But more than that, it's been helping those with him to learn how he does it. How do you carry that weight? How do you live up to that expectation? So Aaron, thank you for that. You're a great model for others to follow. Engineer Matthew DeWater, when I think of human relations, and it really, how we define it within the evaluation is how you interpret the needs of others and bring others to something. And you have a leadership style that mixes a great humility with a great presence, and your leadership isn't from authority, but it's through collaboration, it's through input, and that makes your team so much stronger. That will make you better as an engineer, and so thank you. Thank you for that. That's a big deal. Initiative is also one of our attributes that we measure, and Nathan Mason is a person who lives initiative. It looks for what is it that should come next, and how can that best be done. If you're familiar with Farrell's ice cream, Nathan knows what it means to give them the pickle, to make that customer service the next level of what it can be. And that customer might be internal, might be in the station, might be on the crew, it might be for the patient out in the street, or the person who called us for whatever reason it was they called us. And that's what makes a difference to them. That's how they know that they've been served. So thank you for that. Brian Powell is a person. Brian, impact is the attribute I'm talking about. But what impact is, and what Brian Brian brings to that is having a positive outlook, not just for yourself, but for others. And the example that kind of jumps out at me, may not be as obvious to you, is this summer during the corporate games are, it's competitive, but it's not competitive. It's athletic, but it's not athletic. It's a place where employees across the whole metro can come together at all different levels of ability. And we met up at Hoover High School, and we were doing the track events. And admittedly, Brian was off the charts the most athletic person there. And some of the people that were there for the first time, trying something they had never tried in being a 50-year-old or a 45-year-old. And so that can be a little bit intimidating. But afterwards, more than one of the other city employees came to me and said, you know, it really felt good. The person who was the most athletically capable made it okay for me to see if I could do this or not. And that's an intangible that you might not otherwise know about, but I wanted to share that with you today. So thank you for that. You make a difference even for people that you don't go on a call on. It's just the people you come in contact with, and that's a big deal. So thank you for that. Captain Chris Bolton works in our training section, and he's kind of the embodiment of dependability. Our city manager about a year ago did a video about being all in, and how can you really pour yourself into the organization and make it better. And whether it's within our department, within our stations, or if you work for the communications office or the human resources department, Chris Bolton is someone you can go to because he can help you get from an idea or a goal across the finish line. You can count on him for that. And I know that going forward, as a fire captain, you're going to do that for more and more people, and you're going to build our future that way. So thank you. Thank you for that. Captain Brian Davis is a person of true character. He's been in our special operations office for about 4 years, I think, if my math and memory are coinciding. And if you want to see how to get it done and how to really represent yourself and the department in a positive way, check out how Brian's doing it. Because Brian, you're really doing it. You're doing it well. And you've made it your mission, whether it's the duty that you're assigned or someone else's, to make everything not only a high-performing moment, but a teaching moment. And that happens 24/7. That's why we talk about things being on duty or off duty. That's what he brings. And character isn't something we turn on and off. And yours is on full bore, and I appreciate it. So thank you for that. So those are a couple of the things that we look at across our whole organization, but it's also some of the things that I see in each of you and why I'm so excited about today and making your promotion official and kind of sending you off to do even bigger and better things. But before we do that, we're gonna have a couple of steps here. I'm gonna administer the oath in just a moment, and then we'll come up one at a time, and we'll sign the certificate of promotion and give that to you, and we'll take a photo at that time, and then we'll come back and I'll have some comments afterwards. But for all those who are being promoted, please stand. Take off your masks and raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa. I will observe and obey the rules and policies adopted by the City of Des Moines and the Des Moines Fire Department, and the orders of officers appointed over me. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I will, well and faithfully, discharge the duties of my appointed rank for the Des Moines Fire Department as now or hereafter required by law. Lower your hands. Gentlemen, take seats. First going to call up Fire Medic Brian Powell. Fire Medic Nathan Mason. Fire Engineer Matthew DeWater. Fire Engineer Aaron Bach. Fire Captain Christopher Bolton. Fire Captain Brian Davis. I was recently in a conversation, and we were talking about public safety and police departments and fire departments, and specifically the Des Moines Fire Department and Des Moines Police Department. And I had commented about how I love to come to work. I'm just so fortunate to come to work with the kinds of people and the kinds of teammates that I get to come to work with. And the question came back about, well, why specifically? What is it about Des Moines firefighters and Des Moines police officers that you appreciate so much? My answer wasn't flip, and it's something that I think about on a regular basis. It isn't because each of you are heroes or because you protect my family or because you protect me. I think it's more basic than that. You are ordinary people who do extraordinary things, and you come together and you do that over and over again, and you share that experience and you grow from it, and that's why today is really exciting, because all of those good qualities and all those good attributes that go into that, you bring to the table, and it kind of shows us what we're capable of, how much better we can do it the next time, whatever it is. And so we'll look to all of you to be leaders in that, and I appreciate it. We're going to count on you, and I have no doubt about your success. I want to thank everybody who was able to tune in or be a part of this in person today. I want to thank all those being promoted. Good job. Congratulations. This concludes our ceremony, and hopefully we'll get together to do this again real soon. All right, thank you.